Welcome back to Photography Tips and Tricks Product Snapshot. This week we're covering the Phottix Metros Plus Odin Portable Photography Kit. Now, this is for photographers who are just getting into the realm of flash photography and want to be able to buy a one-stop shop solution for their off-camera flash needs. It's also for photographers who already have a kit and are looking for something that's just going to be combined into one box. I got to tell you, I think that Phottix has done right by you. Let's go ahead and actually start by going through an actual unboxing and seeing what kinds of things you get for it. So right off the bat, the first thing that I thought was really cool is that you get a bag, right? So photographers love bags, and a nice bag it is. Side pockets, a lot of the times I would probably just put my flashes right here. You get a light stand, you get a trigger, you get a flash, you get a bunch of different things. We'll go ahead and we'll assemble it right now. This fits in a rollerboard. Small enough to be able to do it, and it's just over 6 feet, which I think is great. We'll go ahead and we'll open this up here. Open this section, make sure you tighten it and it doesn't fall down. Yeah, know what I mean? So we'll go ahead and we'll move this up here, leave it like that. Right off the bat, I thought that was kind of neat. You get an umbrella stand. This umbrella stand, it's always about the details, the little things that make a difference in this kind of stuff. So the Varos 2, what do I like about it? This right here opens and closes, right? So it prevents it from moving around. But a lot of the times, what happens is this can just kind of pop right off. Enter this button. In order to get it fully in, you press the button, and now it locks in. Now, no matter what, whether this is open or closed, it's still stuck there. So I thought that was really, really nice. The other thing that I thought was really neat about the umbrella is this part right here. As this tightens inside of the umbrella shaft, you'll see that there's a piece of metal right there that conforms to the rod of the umbrella that you get. So in this case, right, it's an octagon, and we'll go ahead and we'll open this up. 36 inches, right? And I'm gonna put it in backwards so that you guys can see, right? So inside of here, we'll go ahead and we'll open this up. We'll push it through. But now, normally umbrella reflectors will just have a screw, and as you screw it in, when you do it really tight, it'll actually damage the rod itself. The fact that it has like that little metal bracket on it that conforms to the umbrella shaft, I think is a really good thing because it preserves it, right? And you want to be able to make sure that you keep things nice and clean. Now, this in wind will cause a problem. Thankfully, they've given you, right, a sandbag. Fill it with sand. Obviously, kit or litter would be also really good. You also have a Metros flash, you have a small softbox, and on top of that, you actually have a trigger. Now, here's my trigger. We'll go ahead and we'll start by talking about the flash. So, the Metros Plus flash. What do we have here? We have a flash that's comparable to 580EX2s, SB800s, SB900s. This flash does a variety of different things. I'm gonna move this down here, and I'm gonna clip this onto the hot shoe, right? Once we have that set, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. We'll switch it on. And right here, we have this set for a bunch of different things. You can do ETTL. I'm gonna press and hold this right now. I'm gonna show you. We have ETTL there, we have manual, and we have multi, which is pretty much stroboscopic. So in a flash of this caliber, to be able to have ETTL through the lens metering, right? You can also do manual. Obviously, most flashes do manual. That's pretty straightforward. And stroboscopic, that's kind of cool. So those features are great. Other things that it has that are really nice, high-speed sync. When you want to shoot past the sync speed of the camera, which is generally around between 1/80th and 2/50th of a second, the flash can actually compensate. So we'll send out pulses of light so that you can do shutter speeds that are even higher and higher and higher. That, I think, is great. It does rear curtain sync. So a lot of the times, if you're shooting ambient with flash and you want to be able to have blur behind the subject instead of in front of the subject, it can do that as well. It's really good at managing power. Rotating head, right? It goes in a bunch of different directions. I think it's really cool, right? It also has a sync here to be able to sync with external, right? An external connector and a USB to be able to do any kind of firmware upgrade if you want on this. It has an optical slave, bunch of different types of things for a flash like this of its caliber at its price. I think it's great. But we haven't even got to the best part of it. The best part of this is that it actually has a transmitter and a receiver built into it. Check this out. right? Diffuser. This goes, the flash head, before I do that, the flash head goes from 24 to 105, but if you add this to it, it takes the beam spread to about 14 millimeters, so I think that that's kind of neat. I'll move that back over here, and we'll talk about triggers, right? So here, we have the Odin trigger, and now, pretty straightforward, right? All you have to do is just kind of turn it on, and now you have group A, B, and C, and you have about 4 channels. So if you are using this with more than one light, it's pretty straightforward, right? You just set one light to group A, one light to group B, one light to group C, and you're good to go. And then you can power all of this stuff and change the ratios of all of this stuff right on the camera. And I think that that's the benefit to this. You want to be able to take a look at a shot and go, oh, that backlight needs to be a little bit lower. Rather than running to the backlight, you can go ahead and just go, oh, let me just go over here. I'll take this, I'll move group A, group B, Group C is my backlight, minus, 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 bring it down in third of a stop increments. Oh, you need to be able to change that second light? We'll go to group B here. We'll move that, plus, plus, plus. That's a little bit brighter. So it makes it a lot easier for you to be able to control everything right from one point of entry. Now, you haven't seen me do anything with the flash itself, right? Because if this is a trigger, then what is it connecting to? More often than not, when you use external triggers, there's always some sort of receiver. Well, surprise. Phottix, the Metro system, has a transmitter and a receiver, so one of these guys, built in. So you can get multiple Metros systems, and one Metros flash can serve as a transmitter, and all of the other Metros flashes can serve as receivers. So built-in transmitter, built-in receiver, high-speed sync, second curtain sync. You have groups that you can do inside of it, 24 to 105, rotatable head. For Phottix, this is awesome. And on top of all of that stuff, you have an umbrella, you have a stand, you've got your sandbag. They even give you one of these, right? So this is a small softbox. And basically, it takes this small light and turns it into a bigger light. Not by much, but good enough in a pinch, right? So that's a good thing. Now, turn this back. Really, when it's all said and done, what you want to be able to do here is you want to talk about the pictures. So what do the pictures look like? Here we have a shot, right, of our buddy Dave. Now, single light, right, flash, even though it's spread, looks like it's spread at 14, it hits him and you'll see that there's some shadow spots to the right side of the frame. It's okay, it's not bad, but it is a little bit kind of gritty, a little harsh, right? So you'll see that off the right side, harsh. Now, if we have the small softbox, it does certainly make the area brighter and it fills in a lot more. But remember, you're only taking that light, right? And you're taking it from this size to about this size. It's not really that much bigger. And while it makes everything brighter, you still kind of, it's okay. It's not bad. I want bigger. I want softer. I want nicer. So enter 36. So now with this, we've taken that light source and instead of having it be really, really small, it's as big as a 36-inch umbrella. What is that gonna look like? Well, right here, we have the umbrella. We have it nice, positioned, really, really close to him. Move over, soft light. So this is a great way for you to get into off-camera flash. It's a great way to have everything inside of one small bag. So if you're just getting started, you have everything you need to make some great portraiture. If you're a photographer that already has a flash system, this is a great all-in-one system to throw in the back of your car, and you know that you're covered because built-in transmitter, receiver, built-in trigger, stand, bag, all of it in one spot. For more information on this, go over to Phottix.com/KelbyOne, and you can see more information about the Phottix Metros Plus Odin portable lighting kit for Canon or Nikon. Now, to see more about us, make sure you follow us here at Photography Tips and Tricks. Take care, everybody.